All right, get ready, because today we're going deep on something pretty unexpected. Crystals.
Crystals?
Yeah, but not just any crystals. We're talking crystals for digital nomads.
Okay. Now that's an interesting combo.
Right. I know it might sound a little out there, but
Yeah.
stick with us. It's going to be fascinating.
I'm intrigued. Let's hear it.
So we're basing this deep dive on an article called Crystals for Digital Nomads, Enhancing Your Journey of Remote Work. But before we get all crystally, let's define what a digital nomad actually is. It's more than just working on your laptop from a beach somewhere,
Yeah,
right?
definitely. It's deeper than that. The article really highlights how it's about merging your career with travel.
Career and travel, two of my favorite things.
Mine too. Technology makes this lifestyle possible, but it's really about this unique blend of freedom and the challenges that come with it.
So freedom with a side of challenges.
Got it.
Got it. So let's paint a picture here. We've got our digital nomad laptop open, exploring the world, but maybe also juggling deadlines and
Yeah.
dealing with less than ideal Wi-Fi. Where do crystals fit into all of this?
That's where things get really interesting. The article suggests that crystals can actually help address the specific needs and challenges of being a digital nomad.
Okay, I'm listening.
Like, think about it. Feeling grounded when everything around you is constantly changing, staying focused with all the distractions, or even protecting yourself from all the EMFs from our devices.
Interesting. So it's less about like mystical powers and more about practical support for this kind of lifestyle.
Exactly. It's about using these tools to enhance the digital nomad experience.
I like that. Okay, so the article digs into specific crystals and their properties. I'm ready to meet this crystal crew. What have we got?
All right, so first up we have amethyst, often called the protector or the peace bringer.
Okay. I can see why that might appeal to someone who's always on the move.
Right. Amethyst is known for its grounding and protective energy, especially helpful when you're in unfamiliar environments.
And for digital nomads, unfamiliar environments are kind of their thing.
Exactly. It's like carrying a little bit of peace and stability with you wherever you go.
I like that a lot. Next up, we have citrine, often associated with abundance and prosperity.
Sometimes called the merchant stone, so I'm guessing this one's for all those entrepreneurial digital nomads out there.
Makes sense. So many digital nomads are building their own businesses and chasing their dreams.
Totally. And the article talks about how citrine can support those seeking success and financial flow, which aligns perfectly with that independent spirit.
All right, this next one is super intriguing, black tourmaline.
Ah, yes, black tourmaline. Now, this one is known for protection against EMFs.
And we're all surrounded by EMS these days. But for digital nomads who are constantly on their devices, it's even more important.
For sure. It's essential for their work and their well-being.
And here's a fun fact. Clear quartz, another crystal mentioned in the article, is already used in a lot of our technology.
You're kidding.
Nope, it's true. It's known for amplifying energy and focus. So in a way, we're already surrounded by crystal energy in our tech.
Wow. That's mind-blowing.
Right. So maybe using crystals is just about tapping into that energy in a more intentional way.
I like that perspective.
Okay, last but not least, we have rose quartz, the crystal of love and emotional balance.
Ah, rose quartz. A classic.
This one feels really important because the digital nomad life, while exciting, can also be pretty lonely sometimes.
You're so right. The article actually points that out. It can be isolating, being away from your usual support system.
Yeah, being constantly on the move can make it hard to build those close connections.
So rose quartz is presented as a way to foster self-love and emotional well-being, which are so crucial when you're facing those challenges.
It's like a little reminder to take care of your heart wherever you go.
Exactly.
So we've talked about all these crystals, but how do you actually use them? Do you just like carry them around in your pocket?
Well, you could.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so what are some other ways?
The article suggests a bunch of different ways,
Yeah.
like wearing them as jewelry
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
or putting them in your workspace.
Makes sense.
You can even use them during meditation
Oh, that's interesting.
or even just keep them in your bag while you're traveling. So it's really about finding what works best for you.
Exactly. There's no right or wrong way. It's all about personal preference.
You know, I'm sensing a theme here,
Yeah.
and it's all about balance.
Balance.
Yeah, like finding that sense of equilibrium in the midst of all the chaos.
And that's something that our listeners are always striving for.
Right, totally. Especially in today's world,
Mhm.
it can be so overwhelming.
For sure. And the digital nomad lifestyle is often romanticized, but it actually takes a lot of self-discipline to make it work.
You need boundaries. You
Yeah.
need routines. You need to take care of yourself.
Exactly. The article suggests that crystals can actually help with that.
Really.
Yeah, they can be a tool for creating that inner balance. amidst all the excitement and potential overwhelm of travel and work.
So it's not like the crystals are magically solving all our
Yeah.
problems.
No, no, no.
It's more about them being a physical reminder of the intentions we're setting for ourselves.
Precisely. It's about grounding yourself, even when your external environment is constantly changing.
Now, I love that the article has this really in-depth FAQ section.
Oh, yeah. It's
It
great.
goes deeper into how crystals can actually support this lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
What jumped out at you?
Well, there's a question about staying productive while working remotely.
Yes.
Yeah.
A very relevant question for our digital nomad friends.
Right. And the article highlighted clear quartz for that.
Clear quartz.
Yeah, remember? It's known for boosting focus and concentration.
Okay, so it's like intentionally harnessing that energy that's already present in our tech.
That's the idea.
What else caught your eye?
Let's be real. Traveling a lot can be stressful.
No doubt about it.
So the article recommends amethyst for its calming and protective properties.
Oh, that makes sense. Especially when you're navigating airports and new destinations.
Exactly. It can feel really chaotic sometimes.
Yeah, totally. So having that little piece of amethyst could be like a grounding ritual.
Totally. It's about creating those little moments of peace amidst the chaos.
I love that. Okay, here's a question that I thought was super relevant.
Hmm.
How to use crystals when you're specifically working remotely?
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Because it's not like you're in a traditional office setting.
Right. You might be working from a cafe or a co-working space or even your Airbnb.
Exactly. So what does the article suggest?
Well, they had some really practical tips, like placing black tourmaline near your electronics.
To minimize EMF exposure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which, let's be honest, is something we can all benefit from these days.
Absolutely. We're all surrounded by EMS, whether we're digital nomads or not.
True. That's a good point. The article also mentioned incorporating citrine and clear quartz into your workspace.
To create a more productive and focused environment.
Yeah. Almost like creating a little energetic ecosystem for work.
I love that. Okay, here's another question that I found really interesting. How to connect with local communities while traveling?
That's a tough one.
Because you're always on the move. It can be hard to build those relationships.
You're telling me. And the article actually suggests rose quartz for this?
Rose quartz, the love and connection crystal.
Exactly. It's about opening the heart and fostering connection.
So even when you're outside your comfort zone, you're still open to new experiences and new people.
Yeah. It's about embracing that sense of adventure and connection.
Okay, speaking of stepping outside our comfort zones, let's talk about work-life balance.
The eternal struggle.
Right. How can crystals help with that?
Well, the article had a really interesting answer. It recommends using citrine for motivation and success in work.
Okay, so that's like the work side of things.
Right. But then it also suggests incorporating rose quartz for self-care and emotional well-being.
So it's about acknowledging that we need both.
We need the drive to succeed, but we also need to nurture ourselves.
And that's a message that resonates far beyond the digital nomad world.
For sure. It's about finding that balance in all areas of life.
Absolutely. So taking a step back, what's the big takeaway from this article? What's the core message?
I think it's about recognizing that crystals can be a valuable tool for enhancing the digital nomad experience.
Enhancing the experience.
Yeah, they're not a magic solution.
Of course not.
But they can offer support, grounding, and intentionality as you navigate this lifestyle.
And I love how the article ends on this really empowering note.
Does it?
Yeah. It encourages digital nomads to explore the world with confidence and find the crystals that speak to their individual journeys.
That's beautiful.
It is. It's like a reminder that even in this digital world, we can still find grounding and connection through nature.
Exactly. And those are things that we all need, whether we're digital nomads or not.
Yeah. It really is all about what works for you,
Mm-hmm.
what helps you feel grounded and, aligned.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's crystals. Maybe it's something else entirely.
Right? The crystals themselves aren't magic,
No.
but the intention and the awareness we bring to our lives, that's where the real magic is.
So true. So to wrap things up, if you had to pick just one crystal to be your work companion, which one would it be?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I know, right? But think about it. What do you need most right now?
Like, what's calling to you?
Yeah. Do you need more focus, more grounding, maybe more courage to connect?
There's no right or wrong answer.
Definitely not.
It's about tuning into your own needs and your intuition.
You know what might help? Try holding a few different crystals.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
See which one feels most aligned with your energy right now.
Like, what feels good, what feels right.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to experiment,
Experimentation is key.
because what resonates with you might change over time.
Right, absolutely.
Okay.
As your work evolves, as your life takes new turns.
That's the beauty of this whole journey.
Yeah.
It's always evolving, always unfolding.
And there are so many tools and practices out there to support us along the way.
Totally. So whether you're a digital nomad or just someone seeking more balance and intention in your everyday life,
Remember, you have the power to create a work life that feels good.
aligned, energized,
Yeah.
truly fulfilling.
Yes.
And hey, maybe a little crystal magic can help you along the way.
It couldn't hurt.
Until next time, keep exploring,
Yeah.
keep seeking,
Yes.
and keep shining your light.
And we'll be here to guide you through the next deep dive.